Now, the treatment of frozen shoulder. In treatment, we have counseling, medication, physical therapy, and role of the patient, and last one is the surgery. Medication of frozen shoulder, NSAID, anti-inflammatory, and steroid injection. This is a medication for frozen shoulder. Now, the role of physiotherapy. In physiotherapy, thermotherapy, passive therapy, passive physiological exercise, accessory exercise. The thermotherapy. Before restoring to passive mobilization, the thick and contracted capsule must be released and made more stretchable by deep heating using ultrasonic or other suitable modalities. The heating is carried out throughout the joint. Passive physiological exercise, motion in a range that usually is achieved actively. And accessory exercise, motion between joint surfaces which cannot be achieved actively. Physiotherapy. Shoulder joint mobilization. In shoulder joint mobilization, these are glides given to frozen shoulder patient. Number 1. Glenohumeral anterior glide. Number 2. Glenohumeral posterior glide. Number 3. Glenohumeral inferior glide. Number 4. Acromioclavicular joint anterior glide. Number 5. Sternoclavicular joint in which superior, inferior, anterior and posterior glide. And last one is scapular mobilization. Now I am describe one of the one. First of all, glenohumeral anterior glide. In glenohumeral anterior glide, the purpose to increase shoulder external rotation and extension. To increase shoulder external rotation and extension. The position of patient should be patient is in prone with shoulder at edge of table and abducted to 90 degree, elbow flexed to 90 degree, mobilizing hand on posterior humeral head while stabilizing hand holds mid humerus. You look at this picture. The physiotherapist stabilize mid of the humerus and mobilizer hand head of the humerus. Now mobilization. Anterior force applied by mobilizing hand to humeral head while stabilizing hand applies gentle traction. This is a glenohumeral anterior glide in which increased shoulder external rotation and extension. Now second one is glenohumeral posterior glide. Purpose to increase shoulder flexion and internal rotation. Position of the patient. Patient is in a supine with shoulder with edge of table. Scapula stabilized by the table or towel roll. Abducted to 45 degree. Elbow slightly flexed. Mobilizing hand on anterior humeral head and stabilizing hand supporting elbow. Look at the picture. Mobilizing hand on anterior humeral head and stabilizing hand supporting to elbow. Mobilization. Posterior force applied by mobilizing hand to humeral head while stabilizing hand applies gentle traction. This is a glenohumeral posterior glide. Third one is glenohumeral inferior glide. Purpose: to increase shoulder abduction and flexion. Position: patient is in a supine with arm in 30 degree to 45 degrees abduction. Stabilizing hand support scapula in axilla while mobilizing hand grasp distal humerus. Mobilization: inferior force applied by mobilizing hand while stabilizing hand hold scapula steady. This is a glenohumeral inferior glide. Now fourth one is acromioclavicular joint anterior glide. Purpose: to increase joint mobility. In this glide, to increase joint mobility. Position: patient is positioned sitting. Stabilize the scapula with thumb along the scapular spine and fingers along acromion, mobilizing hand placed on posterior clavicle near joint line. Mobilization: mobilizing hand improves an anterior force on the clavicle. This is a acromioclavicular joint anterior glide. Fifth one is sternoclavicular joint superior, inferior, anterior, posterior glide. Purpose: superior glide increase depression, inferior glides increase elevation, anterior glide increase protraction, posterior glide increase retraction. Position of the patient: patient is supine with the stabilizing hand on sternum and mobilizing thumb and index finger on the proximal clavicle. This is a sternoclavicular joint superior, inferior, anterior, posterior glide. Now I am in this glide telling about the mobilization. Mobilization: superior glide, the index finger applies a superior force to clavicle. Inferior glide, thumb applies an inferior force to clavicle. Anterior glide, thumb and index finger lift the clavicle. Posterior glide, thumb applies a posterior force to clavicle. Now scapular mobilization. Purpose: to increase mobility at the scapulothoracic articulation. Position: patient is in a prone. Superior hand is along scapular spine while inferior and grasp inferior angle of scapula. Mobilization: mobilize the scapula in elevation, depression, adduction or rotation by pushing the appropriate direction.